Saint Seiya Awakening Knights of the Zodiac has the graphics of a PlayStation Vita game and the combat system of a real turn-based RPG. Are mobile games finally becoming more like actual games? Let's find out. First up, I do want to make it clear that this video is sponsored by Yuzu, but apart from mentioning some specific features, there are no special terms. I will be sharing my honest impressions, some of them brutally honest. But first, let me tell you what Saint Seiya Awakening Knights of the Zodiac actually is. It's a turn-based RPG designed for mobile, officially licensed by Masami Kurumada, the creator of Saint Seiya. My experience with the Saint Seiya property is actually quite limited. I've played 2 of the games, Soldier's Soul on the PS4 and one on the PS3 that I can't remember the name of, but luckily you don't need to know anything about Saint Seiya to play Knights of the Zodiac. Unlike most previous games which were largely based on the anime, this one retells the story from the manga, right from the very beginning. I've had no problem at all keeping up with what's going on. The story isn't the only thing officially licensed either. Music and even some of the art is as well. I cannot say if all the music is licensed from other Saint Seiya properties or if only some of it is, but I can say that there are actually some pretty banging tracks in here. You'll also find quite a bit of Japanese voice acting to accompany the subtitles and text, and it's pretty quality stuff. Jun Fukuyama, who voiced Lelouch in Code Geass, and Yuki Kaji from Attack on Titan are just 2 of the big names who help bring the characters to life. What's most important though is the gameplay. I haven't played mobile games for such a long time because I'd all but given up on them being real games. Back when I was playing things like Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, which I no doubt enjoyed, everything was just a character gacha with the loosest definition of actual gameplay to tie it together. In Dokkan Battle, you are doing little more than touching a coloured orb over and over again. Saint Seiya Awakening Knights of the Zodiac is also a gacha game. It is free to play after all, but its core gameplay actually resembles real RPG gameplay. I love the battle system. It's turn-based, as I mentioned earlier, and heavily relies on using skills strategically. Certain characters have synergies which can provide little bonuses or even completely alter an attack entirely. Everything you expect to see in a turn-based RPG is here. You can heal, buff, debuff, defend, and certain skills have additional triggers, which makes building a party quite fun and experimental. You get a few characters early on that teach you some of the strategic basics, like using one character to give a damage buff to one that has an AoE skill, so he deals additional damage to the entire enemy team. One of my favourite strategies involves careful decision making every battle. I have a Unicorn Saint with an ability that attacks the entire enemy team, but if he kills an enemy during the attack, he will repeat the attack. My goal is to get each enemy down to varying levels of health so that when I use the skill, he repeats it over and over, killing at least one enemy each time. It sounds overpowered as hell, but it can easily backfire and take several turns to set up. I have no shame in saying that I've become a little addicted. I'll pretty much find time to play it every single day, even if it's just for 10 or 15 minutes while I'm out doing other things. Which is why right at the very beginning of this video, I asked if this is how far mobile games have come. Everything from the real turn-based combat system to the surprisingly decent graphics wouldn't look out of place on the 3DS or the Vita, real dedicated gaming handhelds, but it does have a few ways of unintentionally reminding you that it is a free-to-play mobile game, like the 4 or 5 pop-up windows when you boot the game up. We really don't need that many. It still has some of the things that I guess we've all come to expect from mobile games. It will occasionally gently nudge you into spending money on premium currency or an item pack or something like that, but in its defense, every little window that's shown up for me has actually been for a micro transaction, 99 cents or a few dollars at most. I swear I used to get pop-ups in other games that were trying to get me to spend like $120 on premium currency in one go because of their amazing deal that definitely wasn't amazing. Outside of the story mode, there are a ton of other PvE and PvP game modes. You can team up to take on strong boss enemies or battle another person 1v1 in real time. You can create or join a legion, and the gacha isn't the only way to get powerful characters. Complete Completing challenges, achievements, and events can award you with specific character shards. Get enough shards for a particular character and you just get that character. Other people in your legion can also gift you shards to help out. The official Western launch for Saint Seiya Awakening Knights of the Zodiac is happening very soon. To be one of the first to know about it, you can use the link in the video description or in the pinned comment to pre-register. It is coming to both Android and iOS, and I've also dropped a link to the English localization Facebook page which you can check for the latest updates.
Thanks for the liking, subscribing, and the sharing!